Everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I have filmed this makeup look here, and if you are interested in seeing how I created it, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I have done my eyebrows in another YouTube video, so if you want to see how I've done those eyebrows, then I will link it down below. So I'm going to start off with my eye base, and today I'm going to use the Catrice Camouflage Cream Concealer in the shade 10, and I'm literally just going to pat. Now, I always like to start off on the lid and then bring my product up. With the product that is left on the brush, I go up to the brow. Now, I'm going to go light feather strokes. I'm not going to go right underneath the brow because I'm going to blend the shadow up, or not the shadow, the cream. And I'm just going to blend out those edges because I don't want there to be any harsh lines. So I'm not going to set that base, I'm just going to leave it, and I'm going to move on. I was actually going to use the Hiiii Urban Bible palette, but I used that the last day, so I'm trying to mix it up a bit. So I'm going to go back to another palette that I love, and it's the Bperfect LMD Master palette. I love this as well. Actually, I use this probably, I brought other palettes and tried to use other palettes, but I more or less use this until the Urban Bible palette came out. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to use Cranberry, that purple shade there, and I'm going to put that in my outer corner, and I'm going to pack that shadow on. I'm going in with a Sosu brush. It is the SE202. It's not really big and it's not really small either, so I'm going to use this to pick up just a light tap off the excess and put it just in my crease and pack that in. So you're patting it in again, building up that colour. I've just picked up more shadow there, and again I'm packing that on, patting it into the skin and into my eye base. And as you can see, that colour is building up. I'm now going to use a Buff and Blend BB24. So it's like a blending brush put against my face. And I'm going to put that into Prinny, nice and light, barely dipping it in, patting off the excess, and I'm just blending out this corner here. I do not want to go in here, I want my colour to stay there. I'm just blending out those harsh edges. As you can see, the edges of those have blended out, they're not as harsh. I'm going to go in with Pretty again, tap off the excess and just blend out those edges. Keep blending till you have a pain in your hand, and if you have no pain, then you haven't blended enough. That's a joke, obviously. I'm going to go back in with the Cranberry shade and just underneath where I've blended out, pat in some colour, but careful not to go up too high because it will take away my pretty colour. I'm actually going to go in with a smaller blending brush because I really want to put in a little bit more pretty, make that colour a little bit more vibrant and out there, but I don't want to get as much of a blend because I want to keep my colour. So I'm going to go in with a Nema brush. As you can see, it's smaller than the Buff and Blend, which gives me more control over what I'm blending, and it's the Jenny brush. This is Good Woman Jenny. This is one we're using. I'm going to go in with that. Again, this is over the purple cranberry colour. I'm not going down as low. I'm also holding my brush at the very end, which gives me less control over it, meaning I'd get a better blend. do have a little bit of a harsh line here with the printy, so I'm going to go in with an Inglot 6SS blending brush, which again is smaller than the what is it? BB24, and it's bigger than the Jenny Nima brush. So an in-between one. And I'm just going to blend it. Now this brush, I do not have any product on because I'm focusing here on just blending. I don't want to add any colour. I just want it to be soft. Again, I'm holding it at the very end. Kind of sweeping motions, circular motions. Your blend is so important. Circular motions. Okay, so I went on and I just did my other eye off camera. So see here, so right where like my eye base and the shadow meet, I'm going to blend that out with the small Jenny brush again, and I'm putting a little bit of printy on it and tapping off my excess and just blending that. I'm literally barely touching my lid. It's super soft, and again I'm right down here. Super soft. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the shade Rusty, which is that bottom colour there in the middle, and I'm going to put that on my inner corner. And for this I'm going to use a crown brush. It's actually a concealer brush, a precision concealer. It's a C469 brush. That's it there. There's a nice kind of tip on it, but I'm going to just pat that into, like literally patting motions into the rusty colour. It's a lovely rose gold colour. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to wet it with some MAC Fix Plus primer. This is the travel size one, but to make it more intense. And then I'm going to pat it onto the eye. I'm just going to want more shadow, and I'm going to pack that on. Again, patting motions, bringing it up. As you can see, I have a little bit of fallout as well, so that's exactly why I do my foundation afterwards. Okay, so I just did the other eye there as well. So as you can see, it's just nice and soft. It's not very dramatic, but it is a good bit. It's more intense. The reason I use the MAC Fix Plus setting spray is because it wets the powder and it just makes it more intense. If you wanted a more softer look, you could go in with just the shadow, be very subtle. If I wanted to intense this more, I could have used the Stila glitters underneath it. So I would have put, before I put the glitter on, I would have put the Stila glitters on, liquid kind of lip, I don't know what they're called, but those Stila glitters anyway, and put that on underneath this and then put the shadow on, and it would have made it way more intense. But again, that's more going out night time, so it's just kind of the look you're going for. So what goes up must come down, so I'm going to go into that cranberry colour again, just pat off a little bit there and go underneath my eye. Then I'm going to blend out that shadow again with the printy colour, so the lighter colour that we use on the top. Go in and I'm using the Jenny brush again. The faces, oh god. And I'm actually going to go in with the Inglot 4SS brush as well and just blend it out again. As I said to you before, this has no product on it, so it's just going to give me a really nice soft blend. Okay, so what I've just done is I've popped some white liner in my waterline, and I have put some of that rusty shade over it. So the liner I use is the 76 from Inglot. And I'm just using it on a Cara Pharmacy brush. I got it in a makeup set, so it doesn't really, oh, it does have a name, C09, but it's teeny tiny. But I'm literally popping that in. As you can see, I have that on, so it really brightens up the eye. Now you could leave it like that. I was going to go in with a brighter colour, but I'm not brave enough. So I decided to go in with that colour again, the rusty colour. And I'm just, because it comes to an edge, I'm just moulding the brush to give me a point, and I'm literally packing that on. Now I'm going in with the Lash Princess mascara from Essence, Sculpted Volume Mascara. Just adds a little bit of depth. You can see the depth there on them and then not on the other one. So that is my eye look there. You can make it so much more intense if you wanted to. Like you could add like a black liner on the top or a winged liner. You could also put black on the inner water eye. You could add lashes. I'm just not going to do that today because I'm not going anywhere. But I did want to make kind of a simple eye look, like if you weren't able to do liner and things like that, that you can still get this look. Without having to do that as well. Okay, so to prime my skin, I use the MAC Prep and Prime Spray. I just spritz it all over my skin. And I've already put moisturiser on, so I don't need to apply that. What I'm going to do today then is I'm actually going to try out for the first time the Inglot YSM foundation in the shade 39. I have this in my kit, but I have yet to use it. And I'm always afraid to use it on somebody else until I see how I like it and stuff. So it's in the shade 39. I do have a much darker shade there as well, and because I get them for, if I'm buying foundation, I always buy two so I can mix them. But again, I'm going to start off with this foundation. I'm using a Penny's brush. It's a flat one. It doesn't have a number, but I think it was like 150. I love a flat brush at the top, so that I can pat it into my skin. But I'll show you that now anyway. Now I have a little bit of tan on, so I hope that this will match. So when you're applying foundation, you want to apply from your nose area and here, this cheek area as well, because that's where the most product will land. It's where you first apply, and most people, that's where it won't last, because they could have an oily T-zone, and they could have like flakiness or open pores and things like that. So that's where you want your most foundation to be, or the most of your foundation to be. So that's why we'll start here on the nose, patting it on, after dropping a bit on my finger. But we'll start here. Now, and I'm going to pat that in to my skin. And go in. What I love about these brushes, they really go in underneath the creases of the nose, kind of in them awkward areas that you can't get. I'm not going up as far as my shadow. And so I've actually contoured this side of my face, but I haven't blended it out yet. I'm just going to go in and do this. So I'm going to start kind of, you never go lower than your ear. So I'm going to start here, and I kind of like, I'm a patter. I like to pat it in. I just find when you sweep it, well, not sweep it, but when you, I just get lines, or I like to pat it in, warm up the face a bit, and then blend that out nice and soft. You can also do your fish face if you want to. And I don't know if you can notice, but I can so much how chiseled I am now. Okay, so now I've applied that, and I put a little bit on my forehead as well, but I go in with like a big fluffy brush, and I don't know how to describe it, I'm just blending that out. There is no product on this brush. It just takes that soft line away and makes it a little more lovely. It makes it a little more softer. I also did apply some bronzer underneath that double chin of mine. So we want to blend that out as well. I'm actually going to take my Inglot 6SS brush and just contour a little bit of the side of my nose. Now if I was going out it would be so much more dramatic, but it's just daytime. So for highlight, I'm actually going to use the So Sue shade 5. I actually love it. I like to put it underneath as a base for my highlight. Again, I am pushing that in. It's so, like, I was going to say it's subtle, but it's actually not, because when you put a little bit of highlight on it, it's like blinding. Or my boyfriend took a picture of me one night and I was messing with the dog, but my highlight in it was like amazing. But literally I was like, oh my god, pointless story of the day. Okay, so for my lips I'm putting on the Luna by Lisa Jordan lip liner in Soft Catrine. I like a nude lip. I like to put it all over the lip, because then if your lip gloss or your lipstick wears away kind of throughout the day, you still have that base. I've also overlined my lips. I have a really small top lip and I just love overdrawing it. That's why I think I like nude lips more so than like a bright red, because I just feel like I can overline them so much with nudes, and then when I do it with red I just look like a drag queen. Not that there's anything wrong with that. For lips then, for the gloss, I'm going to go in with the Luna by Lisa lip gloss, and it is, I know, Opal. Just something pink, I think, nice and soft. And they smell amazing. Now I haven't put any inner corner highlight on, so I'm going to use the Inglot Body Sparkles, but I'm going to use number 2. It's like golden. It just has a nice, I think it might brighten the eye up a little bit. Just really kind of pops. A little bit more. There, just to finish it off. Okay, so this is the finished look. I really like how it turned out. I'm kind of raging now I haven't put lashes on, so I'm a bit like, will I, won't I put lashes on, but I really like this eye look. I do think that it's a nice one. It's not very dramatic, but it's not very plain either. I just want to say thank you very much if you have watched this far. I really appreciate it, and I will have the video up for my eyebrows linked down below, so if you want to have a look at how I done my eyebrows, just click on the description box and you will find it there. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you soon.